Hare
Ram
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 Ram Ram
Ram
Ram.
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram Ram Ram Ram.
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Monday, 25th of November. It is Keshava Masa or Margasesha Masa, Krishna Paksha, and Dasimi Tithi. So there are no Vaishnava events today, but tomorrow Ekadasi is just a preparation. Okay, so apart from that, so we shall quickly move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Sukadeva Goswami is describing about the Vaikuntha planet and what is happening when Brahma was meditating. So after his meditation, the Lord was pleased, and then he has showed Vaikuntha planet and all its opulences and variegatedness, whatever that is going on. And then immediately after seeing that Vaikuntha planet and the Lord who is surrounded by so many of the different energies, the Vedas personified, and four energies, six energies, five energies, and other small minor energies like Astasiddhis, they're all serving the Lord with personification, personally assisting him. So after seeing that Lord, Brahma, he has done Dandavat Pranam to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, with keeping tears in his eyes with so much of love and affection. So there Brahma is the only person sitting on the lotus flower. But as soon as he sees the Lord and all his opulences, now he could not stop his tears. Immediately he fall down and as a Dandavat Pranam, which is the Paramahamsa Sthiti. So yet तद्दर्शनाह्लाद परिप्लुतान्तरो हृष्यत्तनुः प्रेम भराशुलोचनः ननाम पादं भुजम् अस्ति विश्वसुरं यत् पारमहंसेन पतादि गम्यते. So likewise, Sukadeva Goswami is saying that that is the path of Paramahamsas. Yet Paramahamsena patadi gamyate. And then later on, what Lord has done. So now Brahma has done Dandavat. By looking at Brahma, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is observing that Brahma is standing now after doing Dandavat Pranam, and he is standing and in front of the Lord, and Brahma is waiting. He wanted to do the creation. So Lord understand that he is the qualified person to create the universe. And in such a understanding the heart of Brahma, so with smiling face and with so sweet words, Lord is speaking to him in such a way that a dear person is speaking to his most dearer or beloved one. In such a way, he is speaking and with a handshake. Likewise, Sukadeva Goswami is describing. So we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, chapter 9, verse number 19. Tam priyamanan samupasthitam kavim prajavisarge nijasasanarhanam bhavashayishat smitashocisha gira priyam pritamanah kare spurushan tam priyamanam samupasthitam kavim tam priyamanam. So on to Lord Brahma, and who is worthy of being dearer. Because as soon as the Lord says that Yad Bhupsotya Chakadha Paramam Tapaha. So Brahma, you carry out this tapasya, then immediately he has carried out. So taking that instruction, he performed that 1,000 demigod years, celestial years, that tapasya. So now by doing that, he became very dearer to the Lord. Tam Priyamanam, worthy of being dear. Some Upastitim Kavim, and present before the Lord. Kavim, the great scholar. He is the Adi Kavi. He is the Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaye Muhyanti Yetsuraya. Adi Kavi. Brahma is called Adi Kavi, the great scholar. And Praja Visarghe, and in the matter of creation, in the matter of creating the bodies of the living entities. Praja Visarghe. So to expand the progeny. Praja Visarghe. Nijasasanarhanam. Nija, so his own Sashana, control, Arhanam, just suitable. Brahma is the right person to expand the progeny, to create this universe. Prajavisarke Nijisasana Arhanam. Babasha Eshat Smita Sochisha Gira. So Bhabasha Eshat, Bhabasha, the Lord addressed him, Eshat, mildly smiling. Eshat Smita Sochisha, with enlightening face and words. Gira is words. Baba Sheshat Smita Socha Gira. And how that words are speaking? Priya Priyam Pritamana Kares Prushan. Priya Priyam. Priya is the counterpart of the beloved, and Priyam, the counterpart of love. Pritamana, being very much pleased. Kares Prushan, handshaking. Kares Prushan, by touching with his hand, he is doing handshaking. So tam priyamanam samupasthitam kavim prajavisarge nishasanaarhanam babasha ishat smitasocha gira priyah priyam pritamana kares prushan. So translation for this verse. And seeing Brahma present before him, the Lord accepted him as worthy to create living beings to be controlled as he desired. And thus, being much satisfied with him, the Lord shook hands with Brahma and slightly smiling, addressed him thus. And purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Gauringi Mataji to read the purport, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. The creation of the material world is not blank or accidental. The living entities who are ever conditioned or nitya Buddha are those given a chance for liberation under the guidance of his own uh, representative like Brahma. The Lord uh, instructs Brahma in Vedic knowledge in order to diffuse this knowledge to the conditioned souls. The conditioned souls are forgetful souls in their relationship with the Lord, and those period of creation and the process of dissemination of Vedic knowledge are necessary activities of the Lord. Lord Brahma has a great responsibility in delivering the conditions souls, and therefore he is a very dear to the Lord. Brahma also does his duty very perfectly, not only by generating the living entities, but also by spreading his party or uh, reclaiming the fallen souls. The party is called the Brahma Sampradaya, and any member his uh, of this party to date is naturally engaged in reclaiming the fallen souls back to Godhead, back home. The Lord is very much anxious to get back his mm, parts and parcels, as stated in the Bhagavad Gita. No one is more dear than the one who takes the takes of uh, reclaiming the fallen souls back to Godhead. There are many renegades, renegades from the Brahma Sampradaya whose only business is to make men more forgetful of the Lord and those entangle them more and more in material existence. Such persons are never dear to the Lord, and the Lord sends them, sent them deeper into the darkest region of matter, so that such invoice demons may not be able to know the Supreme Lord. Anyone, however, preaching the mission of the Lord in the line of the Brahma Sampradaya is always dear to the Lord. And the Lord being satisfied with such a preacher of the authorized bhakti called sex hands with him in the great satisfaction. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Srila
Yeah,
Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you
yeah.
so much, Mataji. Very beautifully read. Okay, so here in this purport, so actually here the Lord is giving handshake with Brahma. Priyam Pritamana Kares Prushan. Kares Prushan. The Lord touched with his hand to Brahma. So here Prabhupada is describing, so this universe is not a blind or accidental. It is not a big bang. Some the blast has happened and this universe came into the existence. That is not this. So here we see the proper plan behind it. The creation of the material world is not a blind or accidental. So before Brahma creates this universe, he has gone through so much of austerities and penances, and then so that day and night, the sunrise and moon rises, and sunset and moon set, the seasons are going, and the oceans are maintained. Everything are going on perfectly. Of course, there are 8.4 million species of bodies of the living entities. All the living entities taking these bodies and moving and wandering around this material world according to their desires. So this is not blind or accidental. The living entities who are ever conditioned, these are Nitya Baddhas. So who are Nitya Baddhas means who have got already desires and whose desires are not satiated, material desires. They are taking different bodies and experiencing those pains and pleasures. कार्यकारण कर्तृत्वे धर्म ध्यान क्रियाशयाः बध्नन्ति निश्चिदा मुक्तो मायिनं पुरुषं गुणाः. So they will be given some kind of knowledge and some kind of dravya jnana kriya. Dravya is the money, jnana kriya and some work. Such a way they will always be engaged in that one, in this material world entangled. That is the Nitya Baddhas. So are thus given a chance for the liberation. So that is the purpose of this creation of this universe. Otherwise, in night time of Brahma, they will all go into the deep slumber in the body of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. And again in the day of Brahma, they will again coming here, again returning in this material world, here and there wandering and experiencing these pains and pleasures. But of course, this is Dukkalayam Ashashvatam. One has to go to the Vaikuntha planet for his spiritual always happiness and blissful and in full knowledge associating with the Lord. So here one can get a chance for liberation under the guidance of his own representative like Brahma. The Lord instructs Brahma in the Vedic knowledge in order to diffuse this knowledge to the conditioned souls. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaye. The Lord gives this knowledge in the heart of Brahma. Of course, though Lord has seen, he has given the Bhagavatam in the 4 nutshells, 4 verses. But later on, in his meditation, Bhuyastum tapatista vidya tapo vidya samadhibihi vidya vidhyam chayo madashriyam. So by taking the shelter of the Lord, he is always engaging. Then he would see everything. Lokan drakshasi apavrutan. He would see everything perfectly. All the knowledge, it is revealed in the heart. Tene brahma hridaya adikavaye. So the conditioned souls are forgetful souls in their relationship with the Lord, and thus a period of creation and the process of dissemination of Vedic knowledge are necessary activities of the Lord. So the Lord, he also gives this knowledge. So whenever Brahma is expanding this one, this knowledge contains the 3 parts again, Sambandha, Abhideya, Prayojana, but it is again coming to the living entity's decision. It is their desire that they wanted to know this relationship with the Lord and about the eternity. Otherwise, they will always be conditioned, thinking that I have studied a good education, I am earning money and enjoy. Their life is only 60 years or 70 years or 19 years. And within that years also, they will struggle so many things, always working as a slave for someone else who is not related to him, and after retirement, he will not be respected by even by the Nadriyante Yatha Purvam Kinasha Yogojaraha. Just like the uh, world bull is not respected by the farmer. Likewise, a retired person who does not have transcendental knowledge, just like he's useless to the family, no one will respect. Even the family, wife and children, they do not respect him. The Lord Brahma has a great responsibility in delivering the conditioned souls, and therefore he is very dear to the Lord. So whoever is spreading this Krishna consciousness, they are very dear to the Lord. Nachatasman manusheshu kaschid me priyakruttamaha. Bhavishya nachame tasma anyaha priyataro bhuvi. There is no better person than him who is spreading Krishna consciousness. So here the Krishna only says in his statements, in his own words in the Bhagavad Gita. So Brahma also does his duty very perfectly, not only by generating the living entities, but also by spreading his party for reclaiming the fallen souls. Here, what we need to understand from our perspective, here Praja Visarge, it is creating the bodies. We are as a parents, father and mother, we are giving the bodies to the children, but actually the living entities are the eternal souls. We are giving the bodies. Before that, we need to go through the austerities and penances, going through the devotional service, Garbhadan Samskara. Father and mother needs to go through the purificatory process, and then after the purificatory process, then he can uh, he can give the virya to the woman. Purusha can give the virya to the woman for the expanding the progeny. This is Praja Visarge. Then he is the qualified person. Nijasasanarhanam. He is the qualified father. So likewise, that is what our reflection here. So Brahma has gone through, and then after that, once the child is born, Brahma, what he is doing, he is also spreading his party for reclaiming the fallen souls. So father and mother's duty is to give the transcendental knowledge to the children. So this part is called Brahma Sampradaya. This knowledge is the Brahma Sampatti, Brahma Sampatyam, Adhyatmika Sampatti, the wealth of knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And any member of this party to date is naturally engaged in reclaiming the fallen souls back to Godhead, back home. So the Lord is very much anxious to get back his part and parcels as stated in the Bhagavad Gita. So Mamaivaamshe Jivaloke Jivabhutaha Sanatanaha Manasastani Indriyani Prakrutistani Karshati. So we have been working here in this world very hard for the sake of what? Just getting some money and having the home and paying the bills. But ultimately, what is the purpose? One has to become happy, but one is not becoming. So throughout the day, he is working. Ahnyapta ardhakarana nisi nisyana nana manoradha dhya kyanabhagya nidraha Daiva hatardha rachana rushyopideva yusmrtasanga vimuka iha samsaranti. So day and night he works very hard for accumulating money. Gruheshu kodtantreshu dukkatantreshu atinditaha. So he brings so many problems and then trying to solve each and every problem. And then he thinks that sukwan manyate gruhi kurvan dukkha pratikaram. Then he thinks that Sukhavan Manyate Gruhi, he thinks that I am now very happy because I have contracted one of the pain. But he has only got the pains. So in such a way, one is always struggling in this material world. This is the Mansastan Indriyani Prakrutistani Karshati. So we are also struggling here. We should not make our children to go through the same process again, sending them to the schools which are making them to the slaves to someone and corporate and which are not even teaching the transcendental knowledge. Again, this is called Punah Charvita Charvinanam. Adanta Gobir Vishte Tamishram Vishante Tamishram. So Prabhupada always says this one, Prahlada's statements. So in order to bring such kind of souls from such kind of dark conditions, this knowledge needs to be spread to reclaim those conditioned souls. No one is more dearer than one who takes the task of reclaiming the fallen souls back to Godhead. So, but what happens when we give this knowledge to the people? So people, they understand who are coming nearer to the Krishna, Rama, these temples, especially in this material world, these are the transcendental houses and it kind of a oasis in the deserts. When we are nearer to that, we live very happily. It doesn't matter we have got the science of knowledge, our phones, computers, and all those things. It doesn't matter. Still, we get our food, we get the shelter and clothes, and live very happily with a complete knowledge and happiness when we are nearer to the Krishna and among the devotees association. But people are forgetting about the parents, especially because they have gone through such kind of education. They make their children also forcibly sending to these kindergartens, lower, upper, and then spending so much of money sending the schools, and then again their life is also falling into the same way like them. It is very difficult to bring them back into the Krishna consciousness. If we see our Gurukula children in the Krishna consciousness, they are very peaceful and happily learning in a very healthy atmosphere, farm communities. We may think that do we need money? We don't need money at all. It is just a currency for these material things. But here, it may be needed a little bit. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, it may be little needed, but it is not the center point. Our center point is the Krishna. So there are many renegades from the Brahma Sampradaya whose only business is to make men more forgetful of the Lord and thus entangle them more and more in material existence. So some people are like that. They make them that you need to go to the office and all such kind of things. And also they think themselves as the lineage of the Brahma Sampradaya. Such persons are never dearer to the Lord, and Lord sends them deeper into the darkest region of matter, so that such envious demons may not be able to know the Supreme Lord. Tan Shipanti Asaraneshu Tamastu Hanta Asaraneshu Tamastu Hanta. They are going into the very darkest region. Vishante Tamishram Adanta Gopir Vishante Tamishram. That is how they will be put themselves. And then further, anyone, however, preaching the mission of the Lord in the line of Brahma Sampradaya is always dearer to the Lord, and the Lord, being satisfied with such a preacher of authorized bhakti cult, shake hands with him in great satisfaction. So this is how Brahma experienced, and also he is also mentioning to Narad Muni as well. So Narad Muni, this Bhagavatam, I have got this one. You also spread this one. Idam Bhagavatam nama yenme bhagavatoditam sangrahoyam vibhutinam tvam etad vipuli. In such a way, you describe this Bhagavatam to the people. It should be Yataharo Bhagavati Nunam Bhakti Bhavishyati. That when you explain immediately, it needs to sprout the devotion unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Nunam Bhakti Bhavishyati. In such a way, Sarvatmani Akiladare iti sankalpaya varnaya. Iti sankalpya varnaya. In such a determination, you go and expand this knowledge. And also, whatever you speak, it should be always Ishwarasya Anumodataha. It should be approved by the Lord as it is, Bhagavad Gita as it is, and Bhagavatam as it is, not by the Mayavada philosophies, something like that. And Srinata Siddhyanityam Mayatma Namuhyati. And whoever is hearing very carefully, taking these instructions from Bhagavad Gita, from the bona fide representative of the Lord, they will be Mayatma Namuhyati, they will not be bewildered by this material nature. Likewise, Brahma says to Narada Muni the importance of this Srimad Bhagavatam. So, in such a way, if one is carrying out the instruction of the Lord, like Brahma and Narada Muni, the Lord shakes hands with him in great satisfaction. He gives a big embrace as well. As soon as we enter into the spiritual world, and he gives a big embrace. So that is how one has to be. So this is just one showing this picture of it. Embrace as soon as we enter into in the Golok Vrindavan, he is waiting for his friends, and as soon as we enter, Krishna come and give a big embrace. Okay, so that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. So we shall quickly move into our daily Srimad daily Srila Prabhupada's letter. So today it is a letter to Tejas, May 20, 1970, Los Angeles. Can I request any unallocated devotee to read this letter, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Can I read?
Yes, Mataji, please.
My dear Tejas Das, please accept my blessing. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter date 13 May, along with your seat of beads for the chanting and request to become my initiated disciple. So I am very glad to accept you as my initiated student, and your spiritual name is Tejas Das Brahmachari. Tejas means powerful. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Parikshit Maharaj pointed out to Sukadev Goswami that Lord Krishna is Tejas, or the incomparable, supreme, powerful personality of Godhead. I am returning your beads enclosed here with duly chanted upon by me. Please follow the rules and regulations for advancing in Krishna consciousness, beginning with the strict observance of the four restrictions, and chant daily the prescribed number of 16 rounds on the beats, and you will grow strong in spiritual strength. Study our literatures with the cooperation of your God brothers and sisters in Buffalo, and any question you may have may be submitted to Srimad Rupanuga for answering. So, in this way, always find some engagement in Krishna service, and you will be supremely happy and successful in your life. Always follow the prescribed program of Krishna consciousness, as it has already been established by the spiritual master, and those executing your prescribed duties in the loving service of the Lord. He will reveal himself to you in proportion to your sincere efforts to satisfy him only. So now you are a Krishna servant, and if you give your life completely over to him, he Tejas, all the all powerful Lord will protect you from all dangers in all circumstances. Please always chant the Hare Krishna mantra without offense and be happy. Now, please take the good opportunity to learn how to practically prosecute Krishna consciousness movement so that you may help start new center for expanding our program to every mm, nook and corners, village and city. This is our business to carry the message of Lord Chaitanya to every person for his ultimate welfare. Help Rupanuga in the Buffalo Temple Buffalo Temple, or otherwise as he may advise you to do. That is the best program for now to become very well trained up in Krishna consciousness, and then you can preach. I am enclosing here with us sit listening the standard practice for the devotees and qualification of devotees for your references. Hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wisher, ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय.
Jai. Thank you so much, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji, from this letter?
Prabhuji, here Prabhupada is giving an initiation to one brahmachari Prabhuji through the letter, and he's sending him the bit of chant by Prabhupada, and he said, um, we said to Tejas Das Prabhuji to follow the rules and regulation to advance in Krishna conscious, and that, and he said to study a literature not alone but with the cooperation of uh, that Prabhuji God brothers sisters in a Buffalo ISKCON, and then if he had any question he can ask to Rupanuga Srimad Rupanuga Prabhuji. Mm, and mm, um, and he said that Prabhupada said that um, uh, our spiritual master will he already has executed the some duties, so if he followed that sincerely, and then he can satisfy the Lord, and he can advance in the Krishna conscious. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, sorry. This is all.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So nicely explained. Okay, any other comments, dear devotees, you wanted to add? Hangma Mataji, you wanted to add anything?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, as Mataji explained earlier, in the first part, he had given initiation, and he also asked him to follow the regulative principles diligently, and he also towards the end he is asking the devotee to learn how to prosecute Krishna consciousness movement so that he can in turn be able to preach in the expanding Krishna consciousness to um, in expanding Krishna consciousness, and also in helping in preaching. So he is giving the guidance that is necessary for that. And yeah, Prabhuji, I think that's it.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Any other comments, dear devotees, you wanted to add?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Just one comment that Srila Prabhupada always emphasized, that 16 round of chanting, by hook or by crook, we should not miss it. Anything happens, 16 round of chanting should continue. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah, that is strong point, because when we are doing 4 rounds, starting with 4 rounds, then yeah, that is the first step, second step, like that. And then until we start doing 16 rounds and following regulative principles, then we start to understand the transcendental knowledge from that point. Before that, even though we try to learn some verses, we don't get it. Try to understand it, we don't get it. But they're the steps, going through 2 rounds and then 4 rounds, gradually coming to 16 rounds. From that point onwards, one can be enlightened. And then gradually, whenever one is engaged in the Krishna service, engagement, then they will be supremely happy and successful in the life, somewhere or other. But to find a service, one must be in the devotees association. What kind of service is this? It could be, it is not be just lifting big hills or like putting from one continent to other continent, not like that. So just as much as based on our constitutional position, just engagements. You do not have to do big. So if I'm going to the temple, I have enough time. Going to temple, engage. If I'm with the devotees, whatever devotees are engaged in the services, making samosas, I will also participate so pleasingly. And also even in the online Zoom sanghas, each devotee, one devotee is allocating, one devotee is speaking, one devotee is hearing, one devotee is reading. So many things. These are all kind of somewhere or other engagement in Krishna service. That is the Krishna service. So, but putting ourselves within the Sangha, that is very important. Then we would devotees would recognize that, oh, this devotee is among us, one of us, we should allocate some service. That way, when if one is taking some service, it will help him to become supremely happy and successful in the life. That is Prabhupada's very nice instruction. Okay, so, and also this, always follow the prescribed program of Krishna as it is already been established by the spiritual master. Whenever spiritual master is giving some instructions, it will come in true. One has to simply take it, it will come in perfection. Though we may not have confidence on ourselves, but because it has come from the spiritual master, it happens. One should have a such kind of staunch faith on the spiritual master. And then what is another point? Lord will reveal himself. So here again, whenever thus executing your prescribed duties in the loving service of the Lord, he will reveal himself to you in the proportion to your sincere efforts to satisfy him only. So here, sevonmukehi jihvadu swayameva spurtyadaha. So this is atah Sri Krishna namadi na bhavet grahim indriyehi. Krishna name, form and qualities cannot be understandable by the grahi indriyehi, not by the senses, but sevonmukehi jihvadu. But when we engage our senses in the seva services, starting from jihva is the tongue. So how it is, how tongue can be engaged? By chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, reading some verses that Krishna spoke, and from Srimad Bhagavatam. When we engage our tongue only to speak those things, then Swayameva Spurtyadaha, Krishna reveal himself to that devotee in proportion to the sincere efforts that he has done to satisfy Krishna. So now you are a Krishna servant, and if you give your life completely over to him, he, Tejas, all powerful Lord, will protect you from all dangers in all circumstances. So dangers means sometimes we may think that some tigers may come and some accidents may come, Lord may protect. But of course, they may also come as a kind of package. But actually, the main point is the protect one from the transcendental position, so that he will not fall into another downgraded lives like cats and dogs. So that's why please always chant Hare Krishna. Please always chant Hare Krishna mantra without offenses and be happy. Offenses means, again, sometimes devotees may think that they will Google it, find somewhere or other about chanting Hare Krishna and find some information about Krishna from here and there. That is not the authenticated things. One has to go through these offenses that Prabhupada has given from the Padma Purana. So these are the 10 offenses. One must be avoiding these offenses. So blaspheming the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Starting from there and ending with the to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name. These are the 10 offenses that Prabhupada has mentioned, brought from Padma Purana. So whenever we are chanting like that, then we will become very happy. And then further, so now this is the good opportunity to learn how to practically prosecute Krishna conscious movement so that you may help start new centers. As and the other day Mataji was mentioning, Sanchita Mataji was mentioning, devotees join in within 2 years of time, they are able to start new centers. In such a way, the spiritual master, the Srila Prabhupada empowered them, everyone, to every nook and corner of the world, village and cities. So this is our business to carry out, like Brahma was mentioning to Narada Muni, Tvam etad vipulikuru iti sankalpa varnaya nunam bhaktir bhavishyati. So in such a way, when people are hearing about Krishna, shoka moha bhayapaha, the lamentation will go away, illusion will go away, and shoka moha, illusion, and lamentation, bhaya, the fearfulness, they all will be going away from their lives. Okay, such a way Prabhupada is spreading this movement and encouraging everyone. And this is the message of Lord Chaitanya to every person for his ultimate welfare. Okay, so that is from this my takeaway points from this letter as well. To become very well trained up in Krishna consciousness, then you can preach. So always learn from the God brothers and God sisters, and then you go and preach. When we are preaching, Lord empowers us in such a way that we understand more, so that we will deliver it to other conditioned souls as well. So unless we are, if one person is tied up strongly, he cannot go and make release of another person who is tied up. First, he must be completely free. Then he can go and release another person who is tied up to some kind of chains or something like that. So, but if we have desire that I wanted to free up other people, then Lord first makes us to release. That is the preacher's position. So first Lord makes him to free from the material clutches, and then he will go and preach. Okay, so that is the position of spiritual masters in the Guru Vaishnava, Shri Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Guru Vaishnava Parampara. Okay, these are my takeaway points. So that is from this Prabhupada's letter. Okay, so dear devotees, if you have got any other comments or you wanted to add anything, so kindly add to this letter. Okay, that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. And from the announcements point of view, so today evening we have got teachings of Lord Chaitanya. And also, it has been very long time that our devotees are coming together for house programs. It would be very nice to have all devotees are coming together and doing bhajans and also doing engaging themselves. So then Srestha Mataji is going door to door for book distribution. Jagna Kanya Mataji is doing the book distributions. If our devotees, if you got any chance, any opportunity for house programs and later on book distributions, that would be very nice. So that Hare Krishna, it's just my views. I'm very far away from all the devotees. Any Devashish Prabhuji, you got any comments?
Prabhu, yes, it's a very good idea. We all should encourage each other to do it. I know everyone has their own circumstances and things, but we need to try our best to organize something. I'm trying as well, Prabhu. Haribol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu, I could host people here, but they're so far and wide. People are saying when I say I'm going to have something, people say it's too far to come.
But just even one devotee comes also, that is.
We're going to be able to play music.
Yeah, with Kartal, and then just it is easy. You can do
Yes.
it, that music.
We can start. Yes, I'm willing to do that.
Yeah. So first of all, initiating the program, then arrangements will come automatically. So when it comes to
Yeah.
the time, how many people are coming, if we know that, then we can make those preparations later on.
And it's like this letter where Prabhupada says, when you get initiated, you not become a fully fledged disciple. He said he called him his student. If at the beginning of the letter,
Yes.
what does it say in the beginning of the letter? Yeah. So I'm very glad to accept you as my initiated student. So that's how you grow. You develop and grow, and you progress, and later on you'll be able to do big things like propagate temple and encourage other people to become disciples and go through the process. So yeah, it's like passing a driving test. You're not fully able to be confident on the road and drive, like a really experienced driver. You have to learn. That's when you learn, because you're on your own then. And they say the best swimmers is when you get thrown in the ocean or thrown in the swimming pool. That's when you either you realize whether you sink or swim, that kind of thing. So yeah, it'd be nice. We start and then we know just from you have to make that initiate that the beginning and grow. So I'll be willing to host that if people wants to come. It'd be lovely.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, so and dear devotees, if you have got such kind of plans, kindly share so that we could arrange. Okay, so that is.
Maybe we can ask in a group who can play music and who willing to come.
Yeah, sure, Mataji. So if there are no further updates, then we shall conclude and continue with further japa. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंतकोटि वैष्णववृंद की
Vrinda ki jai.
प्रभुपाद की
Ki
जय.
jai.
Krishna conscious day, everyone.
Hari bol.
Shri